Hello friends, this is Dr. Amarjeet Kaur, Professor of Accounting and Business Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. This is my privilege that I am here with you to talk about audience analysis. So as the name suggests, we are going to discuss how to analyze audience. So audience doesn't mean only when we are presenting in person, when we are making a speech. It could be when you are writing, when you are making a note and presenting to somebody, when you are writing a letter to somebody, application to somebody, submitting a report, right? So first of all, have a clarity that we are going to discuss audience of both written and oral communication, right? So if I am writing, if I am preparing a brochure, if I am making a TV ad, right, I have audience, So when I am making a brochure for a company's product, promotion of a product, I have certain set of people who are my audience. If we are preparing a brochure for promoting a conference, then we have a certain segment of people in the society or in the academic world who are our audience. So we are going to cover audience in totality, either for the personal use, in personal context, or in the context of a business. That's the agenda for next few minutes. So in the background, if we discuss, there are many factors which decide the success of communication. One of the important factors is audience analysis. Thus, audience-centered approach decides the success of communication. So, as I said, it's very, very important to make an impact on the audience, be it audience of written communication or oral communication, which could be a presentation, which could be a speech, anything, and in written it could be either a brochure, a pamphlet, a report, etc., etc. So whatever decides the success of communication, there are so many factors in that regard. One of the most important factor which decides the success of communication is knowing your audience, right? So this really plays a very important role if you know your audience through audience analysis. So in fact, it is said that one should practice audience centered approach because this decides the success of communication. Moving forward, adopting an audience-centered approach is extremely important because a speaker's effectiveness will get enhanced if the communication, which is speech, write-up or presentation, is planned, created and delivered in an appropriate manner. So, as this statement says, if we adopt audience-centered approach, means we keep audience in the center of our planning. When we are planning our communication, be it the content, be it the medium we are using, be it the format, the design, everything. So if we keep audience in our center while deciding everything about the communication, so it really is going to help the speaker to increase, to enhance the effectiveness of communication, right? So as I said earlier and repeating, it could be in the form of speech or write-up or presentation, whatever you are working at. So the overall effectiveness of the communication will be enhanced if you really keep your audience in the center of your planning. Further, audience analysis is essential for businesses to seek deeper insights about their customer base and better understand their customers. Audience analysis can help companies gain new customers, maintain customer loyalty by creating relevant and engaging content. So, which means if we carry audience analysis, this can also help not only the individuals in their personal lives, but businesses as well, because they will be able to get a very deep insight about the consumers, customers. Who are the customers, what are their preferences, what are they looking for, features in the product or specifications, what are their problems. So A business can understand the customers better by carrying the audience analysis, and this can also help the businesses to gain new customers. If they know from the previous customers that these are the things to be taken care while we are reaching out to the new customer base, so those points can be addressed, and that will be helping businesses to gain new customers. And to not only that, it will also help to retain those customers, which means customer loyalty, which are already there in the database or which are actually existing with the company. So because the company will be, if company is carrying audience analysis, they will be able to know the requirements for the customers they are looking for, and they will be able to create relevant content material, and that content would be engaging as well, because it would be addressing everything which is required to be known to customers as per their need, and company will design and draft the content accordingly. So the customers, if they are engaged well, the possibility to retain them, possibility to gain new customers goes up. Moving forward, in fact, with the help of the data or the information gathered from audience analysis, marketers can also plan and implement audience segmentation, conduct market research, and support decision making in this regard. So, if a business is trying to gather information about the audience through audience analysis, it is going to be used by the marketer and by many more departments, of course, but the marketers can actually plan how to divide the total audience of the company into various segments. So segmentation, which is a concept in marketing, which actually proctors to divide the customers into various segments, that can be conducted very well. Market research can be conducted very well, and this both segmentation and the market research can support about all the decision a company has to make, a business has to make with regard to segmentation, with regard to future market research, with regard to policies pertaining to marketing, advertising, sales, etc. Now it's the time to know what audience analysis is. How do we define it? An audience analysis is a process of collecting maximum information about an audience to better understand who they are and what they care about. An audience analysis helps businesses, customers, service experts and marketers identify, plan and implement marketing strategies and campaigns. So as we have been focusing on what audience analysis is, let's take it as a process. The process where we are collecting information and to the best possible manner, to the maximum possible level about the audience of the company, or if we are making a general talk in person in private life about the individuals. Because we want to better understand that who are my customers, what are they expecting, what do they care most about the product, about the company, about the practices of the company. So this is what is audience analysis. It's a whole process of gathering information about customers, and it also helps businesses and the customer service experts whosoever are extending services to the customers, even to marketers, to everyone in the company, to identify, plan and implement marketing strategies, campaigns. So marketing campaigns are not just built on over papers, while sitting in a boardroom. No, there's a basis to it. Good companies would really care, knowing the interest of customers, knowing their problems, and if you actually have paid attention, whenever you make a call to the customer care center of any company, any business, pertaining to your mobile data problem, electricity or whatever kind of services or insurance. So what happens, you get a response. When the moment you dial, you get a recorded message, a response saying your call may be recorded for internal quality control purposes. I hope you are familiar with this statement. What does it mean? They are trying to tell you that we are going to record the conversation you will have with my expert, my executive, the company's executive. Why? Because we do care for you, we do care for the services we provide to you, and to maintain the quality, to improve the quality, we may record this conversation. This is what is happening. This is basically through that recorded conversation, companies are analyzing it. That is a method of audience analysis. Companies are analyzing it. What kind of, if there were 30 calls in 1 hour, what were they were talking about? Were they talking about the network, if it is a call related to phone service, mobile service, or they were concerned about the signals? Were they concerned about the noise in the, or they were concerned about something else, right? So company can analyze the complete data which is going to be gathered by those recording machines, and this particular, if it is established for the last 3 months data that most of the concerns are of X nature, right? So company can actually launch a campaign where it is that particular complaint or that problem is addressed beforehand, and thereafter the campaign is being launched addressing, see, we are the improved version now, we have improved upon this, thanks for your feedback, thanks for the inputs we received from the customers, and we have worked on it, and we are now a better product, better service, etc., etc. Isn't it? Many ads says improved version, improved this, improved product, improved service, because they are constantly gathering information through audience analysis and through feedback, of course, and they are working on it. So they are developing their strategies, they are developing their campaigns accordingly. So further, this refers to the strategies method one uses to identify the audience and adopting a speech presentation to their interest, level of understanding, attitude and belief. This also focuses on the wants, needs, values of audience. So if I define further what audience analysis is, this also refers to the method any company uses to identify who are my audience, and also adopting before I speak, before I make a presentation, so that my speech, my presentation is actually catering to their interest, their level of understanding. It is based on the understanding they have, what kind of difficulty level I can bring into my presentation, what kind of attitude do they have. They are not comfortable with a particular language, so one shall avoid using that language. They do not appreciate mention of X religion, X geography, X party, X affiliation, right? What is their attitude, what is their belief? So if you actually analyze everything in advance, your communication with whichever way are you communicating to them will become certainly more effective, right? Now I would like to talk about the scope of audience analysis. What all, from a business perspective, what all does a business would like to know through audience analysis and can actually gather about. So first thing is, what channel and platforms do our audience engage with the most? What types of topics, issues should our content cover? Which are those values that are most important to our audience? So these are the 3 points I will discuss, and thereafter I will address another 3 points in the next few minutes. So what channel and platform do our audience engage with the most? Here the scope of the analysis is to know, is it a good channel if I go on XY channel on a radio, right, radio ad or radio promotion, or is it good to reach out to my audience through newspaper? Is it good to reach out to my audience through a brochure, a flyer in the newspaper, or to reach out to them through television, right? There could be Instagram, Facebook, even they are mediums now. right? So which is the best suited channel for my customer? What is their preference? If I am reaching out to youngsters, using newspaper in hard print form or hard form is not going to help. Certainly, use of Instagram, use of such social media sites will help companies to reach out to them. So we are trying to find out where do they engage most. If there are 100 customers, and what is their time to what is their what is their time on X social site or Y social site, and accordingly a business can plan the channel to be used. The next point in scope is that what type of topics issues should our content cover. The content could be could be delivered, could be communicated in the form of a speech, presentation, or in written format. Irrespective, the content is there, right? I am talking to you, there's some content in my mind. I am communicating through speech, right? The same content can be just put on a piece of paper, could be put on a PowerPoint, could be put on a page on a website, in a book, etc., etc. So what type of topics or the issues which are content cover? How would you get to know? You will get to know through audience analysis, because you will analyze their needs, their wants, and it becomes imperative to the effectiveness of communication that those issues are actually addressed in the communication. Which are those values that are most important to our audience? Certain audience may not like any kind of discrimination in the ad, be it about the gender, geography, be it about the complexion of the person. It could be anything. So you need to know what are the value system to my audience, and make sure you honor that in your communication. The next point of under scope are which are those needs, wants that are most important to our audience. What kind of campaign are competitors launching? Which of these campaigns work best across audience? So the fourth point here is that which are those needs, the wants, which are important to our audience. Every need, cannot be addressed by any company, but certainly if a company tend to ignore the important need, the important want, then it is going to be fatal to the company. We have an example of a company which I don't want to quote, but the moment I would try to help you understand what I am talking about, you will be able to make it. There was a company which was selling the maximum number of mobile handsets, but that disappeared because they could not take care of the needs, the wants. They could not address to the changes which were coming up in the market. They stick to the original model they were selling. They did not bring the smartphones as early as the other companies could. Other companies could assess the need for launching smartphones. This company, which I am just referring to without naming it, they could not, and we know the story, right? So it is important. This is also the scope of audience, that we address, we understand that what are the needs or the wants of the customers or the audience, which are the most important to be addressed, and what kind of campaigns the competitors are launching. It's just not what you intend to do. You have to look at, you have to review, you need to carry an analysis of competitor strategy. Even that is audience analysis, part of audience analysis. And then which of these campaigns work best across audience? You may have used many campaigns, you have launched many campaigns in the past. So if you look at which of the previous campaign, it could be social media campaign, it could be print media campaign, it could be any kind of media, right? Television or audio, which really worked well, which could get the maximum response or a better response, which helped me gain more sales, which helped me gain more goodwill, which helped me gain more profits, etc., etc. So which helped me gain more visibility even, right? So even such kind of analysis are part of audience analysis. So this all is the part of scope of audience analysis. Now I would like to talk about types of audience analysis. So there are 5 types of audience analysis. I am going to talk about them. Number 1, demographic. Number 2, geographic. Number 3, psychographic. Number 4 is media audience analysis, and number 5 is competitors audience analysis. So this is the last topic here I want to discuss in this half. So demographic, as the name suggests, here the analysis is about the age, gender, sex, income level, etc. of the audience. How does it help to a business? Because this is a type, one of the important type. There are products which are meant for certain specific genders. There are products which are gender specific. There are products which are common to both. They are unisex, right? They are common to both genders. They are useful. For example, an umbrella is useful to a male or to female. But a sari is meant for a female only, right? So we have to analyze that if we have to sell saris, who is the decision maker? Is this the female, the end customer, or the male in the family still buys for female, right? So we or is the or a mix, like sometimes males buy, sometimes females buy sari. So we want to use it for that purpose. But what information are we gathering? We are gathering about the gender, like how many males or females does live in a particular area, or are my actual customer, existing customer. Out of that existing customers for umbrella, let's say, how many are male, how many are female, right? I may look at the number in terms of age, that if there are, let's say, 1 million, 10 lakhs customers I have for my brand of X product. So out of that, how many are between the age of 1 to 10 or 1 to 20? That category you have to decide basis on the product kind you are selling. 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, or you may simply have 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60 and above, right? So this is the part of demographic analysis. Here I am analyzing from the point of age, from the point of gender, from the point of view of even income level, because income level is the most important demographic characteristics a company will like to use. It would like to see the spending capacity of the audience. If they have been buying X product at a X price, Y price, right, and company wants to launch a new product, is R&D has shown a good response, company has already developed a prototype, wants to launch it now in a large scale. But company would like to assess the paying capacity of the existing people or the future buyers as well. So in that case, the audience are analyzed, right, from the income perspective, the income level, and this will be known as audience analysis, but the demographic. So we will call it as demographic audience analysis. Okay. The second type of audience analysis is geographic audience analysis. In geographic audience analysis, what a company is doing, company is actually analyzing audience basis on the where are they based at, the geographical locations. There are many apps, there are many sites which gather the information that where are you using that app from. Are you based in India? Are you based in some other country? Are you within country? Within India, are you based in Delhi? Are you based in Lucknow? Are you based in Ahmedabad? So what is that? Why are they gathering that information? They will get to know. For example, for thepla, there would not be that much demand. All the products which help or ingredients which help cook thepla, you will not see that much demand in North India than in the part of Gujarat, right? Same way, the samosa is so much common or famous in North India. You may not see the demand for the ingredients in some other part or South Delhi, South India, right? So this is the geographical analysis of audience the company is making. The third is psychographic. In psychographic, analysis of audience, a company is trying to look at the needs, the wants, the values, the attitude, the psychological factors which really play a role in actually buying a product or a service. So these are the factors which will be studied in psychographic audience analysis. The fourth is media. Media here, a company will try to see the media of reaching out, because purpose is company want to know what kind of media would my audience prefer to reach out to them. For times if you fill some feedback or survey, they ask you, can we reach out to you on phone? You may say no. Can we reach out to you on email? You may say yes, right? So they are trying to find out the best media to reach out to them. It could be channel, TV channel, radio channel, etc., etc. The last here is the competitors' audience analysis. Here the company may like to study the audience of competitors. What kind of audience do they have? What kind of products are they selling? So here, instead of your own audience, you are analyzing competitors' audience to understand if you want to launch a new product, if you want to withdraw a product, or if you are facing problem in a product, you will see what is working best for competitors, be it the media they use, the demographic profile of customers they have, etc., etc. So these are the types of audience analysis which really help businesses to do well by carrying audience analysis. I hope I was able to help you understand these few concepts which I covered few minutes ago. Thank you very much, friends. Time to sign off. Thank you.